We're in Frederick, Maryland today at an obscure park. What you're looking at is the first of 4 alignments of US 40 National Road I'll be showing you. And what makes it interesting is that those 4 alignments are within a mile of each other, which is probably the closest of 4 road alignments in the United States. This was called the Jug Bridge. It was built in 1808, the original National Road US 40. They did preserve this jug on the right-hand side, which I'll show you in a moment. This road actually was US 40 from 1808 to about 1944. They did preserve the jug, and it sits across the street on the current US 70 I-40. We'll now take a look at all the alignments. Just to the right of the Jug Monument is the current alignment of US 40 and I-70. This one was completed in the late 80s, early 90s to replace an older version of the road. We're on the opposite side of where you saw the entrance to the Jug Bridge, but this is the 1808 alignment of US 40. It's going to come down to an end. The white house at the end of this road was actually the toll building to cross the bridge in the early 1800s. I'm going to go to the other side so we can get closer to what's left of the bridge. This is the road leading to the 1808 bridge. It's closed and it's private property right now. In 1944, they built another bridge, which, if you think about it, was probably the only road construction during World War II. So it was very unusual that something was built in 1944, but I believe that a flood or something destroyed the original bridge and it had to be replaced right away. We're going to take a walk down to the bridge, which actually served as the western lanes of an I-70 US 40 alignment until 1985, when there was a bus accident on the bridge and it was closed. Really doesn't take long for things to get overgrown, but this road has been out of commission since 1985, but is still completely intact. I was wondering what these things were on the road, but obviously they're for skateboarders. This road is a skateboarder's paradise. We're now coming on to the 1944 alignment, which was used until about 1985. It's my understanding that there was a bus accident on the bridge, and the decision was made at that point to close it. As I said, these were the east-west lanes of I-70 for a while, is an alignment of US 40. This alignment was actually built pre-Interstate, 1 year before, 1955. So it was actually built as US 40. So it's very weird, all these alignments when they were built were just before, or either during the war or just before interstates. Down below here is the original 1808 alignment. I'm hoping to get to the other side so I can show you the road that led to it. The current alignment of I-70 is just beyond what we can see. So you have the 1808 bridge, the 1944 to 1985 bridge, and the 1955 to early 90s bridge. This was renumbered Maryland 144. Some of you probably traveled across this when it was I-70, because it was I-70 until the early 90s. At the end of the bridge, the road has been completely covered up, so you can't access it from the east. But I'm clear on the other side of this bridge now. This was a very narrow traverse because it was 1944 bridge standards at the time. I've always found this area to be very interesting because of all these roads. Standing on the 1944 alignment, you can see how close these three sections are. There's the original 1808 road. The 1944 route is now a park and ride. And the 1955 alignment is now two-way Maryland 144. The 1955 alignment was turned back to two-way around 1990 or so. The date stamp shows when they first built it and when they fixed it up again after they opened the current alignment of I-70. Looking from the 1955 alignment, you can see the architecture of the 1944 bridge. Just kind of sits in the woods now. Here's another shot of that bridge I was walking on. This is the road leading to the Jug Bridge. I'm not sure how far down the road I can get to get to possibly the abutments and where the Jug used to be. I'm going to pull over here, see what's up. Still walking. It's pretty crazy that I'm on the same path that people were on over 200 years ago. This is as far as I can go with the road. It's not the right time of year to be exploring. You want to do this in February or March. Just beyond what you can see, the road would bend back to the right over the bridge, and that's where the Jug Monument was in the picture. Once you cross the Jug Bridge heading east, you would come up this long hill.